Welcome to the Digital Transformation Podcast, a podcast that connects you with the most influential players in this field who are shaping up the world around us digitally. We help you gain an edge on your competition, whether you're a small business owner, CEO, or just someone who wants to stay informed on all things digital. This is your go-to source. With your host, Michelle Cimino, the CEO of the Lasting Dynamics Group.
Welcome, Mr. Ellis Wang. Thank you for joining us today about digital transformation. For everyone that is following this podcast, Mr. Ellis Wang is a member of the board of the executive and advisory team of the private office of His Highness the Sheikh Saeed bin Ahmed Al Maktoum. And today, with this massive contribution, we'll participate in this big revolution that is the digital transformation that we are trying to describe and discuss. I would like Mr. Wang to start exactly from this point. Everyone talks about digital transformation nowadays, and I even heard the different definitions of digital transformation. I would really like to understand what is your definition of digital transformation, what it means for you.
Yeah, actually, my background is come from the internet company. So I joined like Intel, Google, Alibaba, even do some of the consultant service from the McKinsey. Actually, we had been discussed the digital transformation for over 20 years. But interesting thing is most of the people have a misunderstanding of digital transformation. That is a tool, it's not your destination. And digital transformation is made by two words. One is digitalization, the other one is transformation. Digitalization actually is more focused on your current business, but you leverage the digital technology to enhance your productivity and efficiency. So that means you use the digital tool to help your existing business, but make it more efficiency. So digital transformation is focused on like cost saving or even enhance your process. Most of the people, when they talk about digital transformation, actually they are just focused on the digitalization. Transformation is more focused on like leveraging emerging technology to find a new business for you, that the new business actually is not happening in your organization. So that transformation will help you move from point A to point B. If we talk about a business opportunity, the digitalization is more focused on we call the red ocean. That's very competitive. Everybody do the same things, the Me Too market. Transformation is to help you to find a new blue ocean. It's a new island. So that is we call it innovation. No one has that kind of idea, but you are the first guys, the first company to achieve that new business. So that is the transformation. So if you put this thing two words together, digitalize and transformation, that means you digitalize your current business and transform into a new business models. So that is my definition for it.
Great. This is really interesting. So the first difference that we can understand from what you said is that this is an enabler much more than just an upgrade on an existing process. Really interesting. My second question goes in the direction of understanding what is the impact of digital transformation on governments. And in particular, if you think that this impact might be different according to the different countries. So let's start from the Middle East. And I'm really curious to hear also your opinion about Singapore and the United States.
That is a very interesting question for the business owner when they start to expand the business to the global, because the different countries have a different need, have a different demand. So I come from the banking business. I joined the Marshall actually is the private bank in UAE. They hire me to do the digital transformation because they want to move from the commercial bank to be a digital banking. Why? Because as a commercial bank, we expect a customer to go to the branch, and we have the face-to-face sales manager to deal with all of the business for our client, no matter they are consumer or enterprise. But it's not efficiency way, because in Asia, actually like Alipay or even like Singapore Bank or the WeChat, why the a digital wallet, but that digital wallet actually can do everything like a bank. They provide different kind of the banking service to their customer. So in Asia, I never bring my wallet out. I don't have the credit card. I don't have the physical wallet. I only pay by my mobile phone. But in Middle East, this is a new concept because the people still use the check. Since the pandemic, so it pushed all of the organization move to the cloud, use the digital tools to touch their customers through omni-channel. So that is why the transformation happened in Middle East. So after you transforming your bank infrastructure from the data center to cloud-based, what the benefit we can get? Since we moved to the cloud, so we start to leverage the API, the microservice to integrate with the different market provider. For example, we work with the e-commerce partner. They are Noom. Noom to provide the food delivery e-commerce service from online. So when we put it together, I mean the Marshall provide the payment service to the e-commerce partner, then we can start to service the brand customer, that is the Noom customer. So they can buy online and pay online. And as a bank, we can provide like a buy now, pay later. So that will benefit to our brand partner. So we call this a business model, a platform business. So service is more focused on the payment function. Then start to engage with like an e-commerce partner, insurance partner, food delivery partner, so we can provide them different kind of service to our customer or to our brand customer. So it sounds like the business transformation from the bank business to the platform business. So after you transfer to the new business model, actually you can have the new digital revenue from different channels. So that is quite interesting to commercial bank because they can expand their capability to do the different business model. So platform banking actually is quite interesting, but you want to achieve that the new platform business goal, you have transforming your banking system. So we start to leverage like open banking architecture, use like API gateway, microservice, and run everything in the cloud. So it's not just the traditional, the banking system run server application, our data center is run on the cloud. And through the cloud operation, we can very easy to extend our UAE business to other regions in GCC. No matter is in GCC or in Egypt or in India or in Hong Kong or in London. So you can target for the potential customer globally. So you can keep your core, but touch the global potential customers through collaboration. So that is the benefit.
Great, thank you. And you touched quite an interesting point that is enabling a new source of revenue. So what is the impact of this topic at a different level of companies in regards of startups, small, medium enterprises? It would be also very nice to understand if this new enabler can be like a vehicle for a hyper growth of startups and continued revenue streams for small, medium enterprises.
Yeah, in the banking industry, actually, most of the people talk about the fintech. That is kind of a startup. So they leverage the advanced technology to help the bank or the other partner to provide advanced financial service. So that's what we call the fintech. Actually, it's quite a good example. The fintech is like Alipay. The Alipay is not a bank. The Alipay based in China, but 80% customer use Alipay to pay everything daily in China, right? Pay for the Alibaba for the e-commerce, pay for the insurance, pay for the educational, everything. So it's kind of the new fintech. That means they leverage the technology, but do the financial service. So how bank to work with the fintech is because they have the more innovation. They can touch the different generation, and like especially Generation Z. The Generation Z actually don't want to go to the bank. They don't apply the credit card. They want to pay by their Apple Watch. They want to buy the in-game coin. They want to buy it from the e-commerce. Everything is online. And after they buying something, they want to share on the community. The buying scenario, generation is totally different compared with the generation S and generation Y. So we have the new word called a fansumer. We have the NFT. We have the coin business. So generation Z actually is be kind of the fansumer. They be your fan. So they want to buy some NFT, even NFT creation from this brand company. They want to pay for it. They want to share for it. They want to get more information and have the interactive dialogue with the brand owner. For Generation Z, actually, we call it a fansumer. They are totally different compared with Generation S and Y. And they enjoy technology to help their daily life. If you are a commercial bank, you need to work with the fintech because your customer, especially for the Generation Z, they are totally different. You need to start to think about to provide a digital access because most of the customers thinking about cryptocurrency. Maybe it's a good investing target. And then even some people pay and buy something paid by the coin. And of course, NFT is quite popular in the young generation. They want to share everything, right? So and even have a game fee. They have a new model called Play4M. So you buy the decentralized game, we call it game fee. Then if you play more, then you can earn more coin. Then after you earn a coin or NFT, you can resell it. This is the new model. That model actually is different compared with the two models existing in the internet so far. So only two models in the internet business. One is advertising like Google. The other is the e-commerce like Amazon. Now NFT is the third business model, and the consumer can join and grow with you together because we share the content each other. Before, like Web 2.0 is more like a company define some content or products. And if you have the interest in, then you pay and buy it. You cannot involve, have a dialogue when I create a product. But Web 3.0, why it's so hard right now is because it create a dialogue for the buyer and seller. They can work together and create their own content. That is a new world. So that's why people start to pay attention on the Web 3.0, thinking about the financial service can provide a digital access. It's totally different. So you need to work with the partner like a fintech or startup to enhance your service and focus on your new customer experience. Otherwise, the internet company like Amazon, they will beat you because Amazon also provide the micro loan in some country. So if you are a buyer, you can leverage their buy now, pay later from Amazon. If you are a supplier, then you can apply the micro loan from Amazon. So they are doing financial service as a bank. So now customers have the many choice from different provider to meet their requirement. So if you not work like this way to have a more open architecture, use an open API to work with the different market players, you will out of this market very soon. So that is why the startup fintech is very important.
I totally agree. And one aspect of it that I would like to focus on is that digital transformation is a tool that allows you to go from a point A to a point B. If I look back into the past, I recall the moment in which the blockchain has been a revolutionary approach to many verticals. And probably what happened initially was a lot of ICOs. Now what is happening is with the non-fungible tokens. I do really believe that the NFT can be the solution for a lot of problems, real actual problems that we have in the world, such as, for example, trademarks or real estate. What do you think could be the application of such technology in these fields? And do you also see that this could be like an enabler for the growth of these industries?
Yeah, because that is a big transformation for the whole industry after we call the Web 2.0. So like NFT is the new business model for the people can work each other to create a new content and resell it. This is not happening in the past. So that is the difference between the Web 2.0 and 3.0. The consumer can create a content together and resell it to get a benefit before it's not allowed. So that is a new business model, but Web 3.0, even the NFT, they have a lot of the different digital tools to support it in operation. Blockchain, or even we call the decentralized financial service. Why this is so important is because the people realize the importance of the coin, because it provides more efficiency when you do the transaction. And no one can define the value, only market can define its value. That is very important for the people. That is why people expect the financial service centralized, because that can have more efficiency and show up is the true value. But of course, it's the new technology, so we still need to put a lot of the framework, especially for the compliance framework on top of it to mitigate the risk, because now the technology always have the good and bad. Some people use it for good, and it's a good technology. Some people use it for bad, and it's a bad technology. But technology itself actually want to have the people to enhance the efficiencies. Think about it. Right now, as a bank, they build their data center. When the customer try to do the money transaction, it must be transaction from one bank to another bank, even through many the financial institute. And so many middlemen here. Actually, you have no idea who management your money to where, and they charge you some service fee, and you have to wait for like a T+1, T+2 days, then you get the money. If you run this money transaction, the blockchain actually is decentralized, use the global node called the nodes. Actually, is an application run on the computer. It's more like a second, the money transact down. And because it's decentralized, so you actually pay very less service fee for this transaction. So it's more efficiency and it costs less. So that is why people say, oh, okay, the blockchain actually is the good infrastructure for people to build their future banking system. We have a new name called the neobank. The crypto neobank actually is built based on the blockchain, use the digital technology to provide a digital asset service. Of course, you can combine currently the banking service, link with your Visa, MasterCard, no problem for it. But the most important is how you can help the people to manage their digital assets, because NFTs start to show their power. More brand owners start to build their NFT collection to have more deep dialogue with their fans, consumer. So this is a new trend because Generation Z all use the NFT. Of course, it's not covered by the Generation S, Generation Y, but Generation Z, everybody crazy for it. The neobank is very important for the future. And through the new technology, especially based on the blockchain infrastructure, you don't need to have 1,000 people to run a bank, because the blockchain actually is the decentralized network. Maybe your team only need like 100 people. You can service your customer just like a commercial bank now. Now a bank need to have the many people, like 1,000 people, to management and operate their business, their daily business. That is because their infrastructure is centralized. Everything they need to define and they need to maintain and they need to upgrade. So that is why it costs a lot. And even so, some problem happen, the bank still have no solution for you, because they buy the system from the third party, and third party build a system for them. And it's still the same. No one can manage everything. But based on the blockchain, you can leverage the infrastructure to have a lot of innovation, have the more efficient way to provide and link the new digital assets, the opportunity. That's what the people want.
Stay tuned for the part 2 of this podcast with Ellis Wang. Coming soon, only on the Digital Transformation Podcast with your host, Michelle Cimino from the Lasting Dynamics Group.